Alright guys, supposedly a brand new timer put on here, and I'll link the company and everything, even though this isn't necessarily a great video for them because it's got issues. Now this is supposed to be a brand new item. We're gonna open it up and check it out because it's stalling out when it gets right essentially here. And what it's supposed to do on the, so it's filled all the way up with water and it's agitated, then it stops, drains the water out, spins the water out, and then refills with water. Then after it refills with water, no matter which one of these you set it on, then it stalls out. And so what you do is you come back here, you check and see if you see this little yellow would be going by, indicating that it's spinning. So when this clicks and turns the water off, then this starts spinning again. And if it's not spinning, then you know essentially the contact in here to tell it this has stopped and this needs to turn back on. It's not making a connection and it's probably burnout. But this is supposed to be a brand new timer, so all of these connections in here should be squeaky clean. We're gonna find out if that's the case. Likely this is a remanufactured item and it probably just didn't get remanufactured very well. So in order to get this particular one up, take a flat putty knife, engage these little clips here, and then you just pull this up. See, it's just a little clip. You push it in with a putty knife, you can open it up. Then what we're gonna do, obviously make sure it's unplugged. We're gonna turn it so that this little guy is facing us. We're gonna take a little flathead screwdriver. It's kind of difficult to do with one hand. We just stick it in there like that. So when, okay. But essentially, hang on babe. So essentially we stick this in like that, so that when we pull the knob, it comes off, all the way off. See, allowing us, you wanna make sure you do not break these right here. Be very careful with those. Then you can pull this off. Yeah. Oh, okay, I'll get it. Thanks for telling me. I'll get the mosquito here in a couple minutes. Okay, now that that's out, we don't need the screwdriver on there. Use the same screwdriver, and again you want to make sure that this is unplugged so that you don't get shocked when you're working with this stuff. Unplug that. Same kind of thing here. I use this to lift up here. It's kind of a quick video. I wasn't planning on doing this video, so I don't have any of my tripods or anything out, but I have had a lot of trouble with this timer. Okay. Now that it's unhooked and we got the knob off, there's a little tab underneath here. You probably can't see it, but it's just a little tab that you kind of pull up on and you slide this thing forward this way and the whole thing will then just pull out. To put it back in, same thing. You put it in and slide it backwards. Listen, here, click into place. That's just this little tab right here. Pull it up and pull the whole thing out. Now we'll go to my desk where I do have something to put the phone in, use both hands and show you how to take it apart and refurbish the contacts. All right, so now what we have to do is we have to push these little tabs in, and you do want to be careful. The original timer that I took apart was actually so old and brittle that it broke as I did it. This is supposedly new, and the plastic does look new, but we'll just see what we get the inside. You want to make sure this is down in there, and if yours isn't, you just take your screwdriver and push down on that and pull up, but just be careful not to push in on these and break that, okay? So we kind of want it to look like that. And then we're gonna just start here with these little tabs, push in. And work our way around. It's starting to come apart here. On this particular one, nothing's gonna fall out on us. Some other ones though, you do wanna be careful. Little parts and pieces can come falling out, so you just wanna be mindful of that. Just gonna pull this thing straight up. Okay, and it comes off. You wanna note where this is at. And it is on the same edge that there's a flat edge here, because that will be important when we put it back together. It has to go back in this little divot right here. If those things don't line up, you'll be fighting with it trying to get it to close, and it's never going to close, and you're not going to be able to figure it out. But yeah, line those two things up and it pops together just like it's supposed to. Okay, so now how this works here is, just to get you a better idea, we can pull this, well, let's see, push this in, releases this. You have all these little contacts in here. I'm trying to check and see if this looks new to make sure nothing looks burnt. Nothing does. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna grab this and kind of lift up and pull out. So this comes out. All right, and this is kind of the magic here. This is where it all happens. And this does look new to me. However, something is not jiving here. So what you want to do now, here's what I do. This is the top. This is how we pulled it out. So I will immediately go ahead and put a little one right here. Okay, now these pull apart like Lego pieces. See how it looks like a little puzzle piece there? Set that one down. I'm gonna put a 2. And then I'm gonna pull this one apart. And I'm gonna put a 3 right here. That way I don't lose track of which one goes on top and which direction it was facing and all that. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3. Now let's take a closer look at these contacts here. Those actually look super clean. Okay, this one here looks a little dark. That might be part of our issue. Flip it over. Looks clean otherwise. Same thing here. That one, that might be the problem right there. Okay, that could be our issue. Otherwise, this does look pretty clean. I'd say this is not refurbished. The company claims it's new. I'd say it probably is new. Just gonna take a little file, clean that up. Probably could use a little rubbing alcohol with how new these are and look. I just like to shine them up a little bit. And I probably will take a little rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip and just hit these. Let's see, there was one more here. Let's see if we can find it. This one. Just get a little black spot on it there. Let's go ahead and shine that up. Actually, if it were used, it wouldn't look like this. It would look terrible. So this one looks good. Same thing over here. This one's a little dirty, but they all feel fine. There's no metal corrosion or anything like that. All right, so now I'm gonna grab some rubbing alcohol and I am gonna just swab these down real quick. So I'll go ahead and do that. All right, so I got my rubbing alcohol. Just gonna go through and kind of swipe these. Remember our numbers here. So that's 3. We're gonna put 2 on top of 3. Push the sides together like that. Okay, and here's 1. There's our 1 that we drew. Push that like a little Lego block. Okay, and now you see the way these angle, how they angle up? That's how it goes back in, like this. Sometimes people watch these entire videos just for this one specific part. Which way does it go? It goes like this. Okay, and we're gonna kind of angle it back down again. Just be kind of careful. Squeezing it back in there. Then I just try to peek down in here just to make sure they're kind of lined up and nothing's not like it's supposed to be. See, each one of these touches one of the white plastic down there, if you can probably even see that. That's how it goes in. Just kind of want to make sure it's straight. Okay, now here comes the point where we got to line that part up, the divot like I was talking about. So this is how that's going to go back on. So we said it was the flat part right there. So here, boom, all right. So we're just gonna slide this back over shaft here, being careful. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. See, I'm about to break this thing. See here, this little piece here just pushed up. So here's where we take our screwdriver, lift it back up. Make sure we're still good here. So I got some flex there. Everything looks good. Set it back down. Line up our divots. Just gonna snap back together. Boom, like that. And then this should spin freely. Pulls out, doesn't spin. Now, if you met a lot of resistance, you put it back together and you can barely turn it, and it's not wanting to turn, or it sounds like it's scraping, then you didn't get something lined up correctly and you need to pull it back apart and try again. This is perfect though. Okay, ready to rock and roll. So let's give it a shot. Okay, so now it's put back together and I've got this propped up so we can see. I kick this over from small to medium. So once it kicks off here in a second, we should see this start spinning and it start working and agitating. Okay, there it just kicked, but look, still we're not getting anything here. However, everything on the timer looked good. And if it were the contacts, doing this would kick it back on. It's not. Okay, I figured out what the issue is. All right, so this is good, but it's still not kicking in and going, right? I tested this with the multimeter and it tested out, and I've had no problems with it up until this point, but check this out. Now we're moving. Boom, so my issue is this lid switch. Sometimes they can fool you. Well, I guess I tested it when it was in this position, but check it out. Bad lid switch. So we're gonna replace this lid switch and we're gonna be rocking and rolling. Anyway, now you know how to rebuild the timer because of a broken lid switch. Happens, but needle in a haystack. That's how it goes for us. I hope this helped somebody out. If you guys found this useful, please like, subscribe, and share. This definitely gets the information out to a lot of people. This is a $10 part. The timer cost me $74. The old timer was definitely wrecked though, but this is just an additional issue I found. So good to go. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great day. If you guys know someone who's having appliance troubles, please send them the link to this video or a link to my channel where I have tons of other videos showing how to fix pretty common issues with appliances, sometimes for free or as little as cost as possible. It sure beats having a repairman come out and spending several $100s for them to fix it when it could be something so simple and so small that you can fix it. So follow the tips in the video. If you have any tips or any best practices, maybe something I missed, drop it in the comments because I do read the comments and I do learn a lot from them as well. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like and share this content. We'll get it out to more folks who need to save some time and some money. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.